Hello everyone and welcome back to Lord Superhulk Gaming. I am going to be playing the Town of Light. I'm going to be trying to do a full playthrough of this. I don't know much about it. In fact, I'm comfortable calling it a blind playthrough. I've only learned that it's a psychological thriller, and it's gotten very good reviews on Steam. Even the new recent reviews they've added there have continued to show it positively. It's not that old. I think it came out in February, and they've been adding a little bit to it. This right here, Renee's Diary, was recently added during a quick test, which is all I've done with it. I popped into that, and it's just kind of an empty space. Well, empty. It's a room where you can look at a diary, and I'll probably go through that once I've completed the game. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at options here. Just want to make sure everything is ready to go. This should be fine. Apologies, it's not going to be in the highest quality. I just don't want to sacrifice some shadows for, good frame rate. Anyway, yeah, so I think we're just going to jump right in. I'm not going to talk a lot during this because I want everyone who's watching to get a good experience out of it, as I will. We'll comment on a few things probably throughout just to, start conversations and whatnot. But otherwise, I think we should just get into it. I'll read this aloud. The Town of Light is based on real facts and places, as well as a long documentation concerning mental illness and the life of patients in lunatic asylums from the beginning of the 20th century until their closure. It contains stories which may be disturbing, and we advise its use exclusively by a public of adults. The characters and names are imaginary, and any reference to people who may have really existed is purely coincidental. This game uses an artistic interpretation of a former Italian psychiatric institution for dramatic purposes. Please note that mental health services have radically improved. You think you may have psychological problems, please refer to a specialist. And having a bit of a background in psychology, I can certainly agree with that. Asylums are really a thing of the past in most cases. While we do have a very pressing mental health issue here, even in America, it is far, far improved from the early 20th century. This, however, will be very, very interesting for me, and I apologize if I nerd out a few times about the period, because I do like the early 20th century period. I think it was a very fascinating time in history. So let's keep going here. Volterra, 1942.
What's happened? What kind of place is this? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. I might be dead. I can't get up. What's going on here? What's happening to me? There's no one here. Yet, these noises. God, my head is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
Reality fades away, and my skin has gone. Every breath of wind is excruciatingly painful. Volterra, Tuscany, 2016. We have control. Simple enough. Pretty smooth frames, I'd say, probably looking at 30 here. Right. Now, keep that on, I suppose. So it is, I was doing some click dragging, but it is click to use, it looks like. Gross. Ah, little Easter egg it looks like. It's busted anyway. Another award. Excellence in story and storytelling. Well, if those are real, congratulations. Alright, let's move around a bit. A little frame rate stutter there, but probably just some pop in.
This place, time, memory.
Well, that doesn't bode well. Very impressive intro. I love that piano music. Sound design seems to be pretty damn good so far. Oh yeah. I'm gonna check the volume, of course. When I did some testing, everything seemed okay, but it's a little bit louder now that we're in the full game, so I'll adjust as needed. You guys can let me know in the comments as well if it's a little too loud for your tastes. Unfortunately, I do not read what I believe to be Italian. But I can get a good idea. Looks like I believe it's a patient's sheet. Francesca Augustini. Yeah, document readmitting a patient. There it is in the top right. That's what I get for focusing too hard on this damn paper. It's really neat though. Oh, there we go. Death certificate. Wow, not exactly very extensive. Looks like Roman province, or Rome province. Dina Giuliani.
The only thing I remember clearly is Charlotte, my doll.
That was interesting. The Calm Woman Ward. Get the power back up and running. Tranquille. This is really interesting.
It is not forbidden. Let's find Charlotte.
Well, alright then. This is really cool, by the way. The way they got this to work. Those look like actual photos. Even the ambient light here on the seats is very cool. I like it. Alright. So we're gonna go find Charlotte.
Let's find Charlotte. She is alone. She is in the dark.
I think that means that Charlotte is somewhere around here and not further on. Alone in the dark. Oh. Oh, I didn't notice this before. Well, that is creepy. As I mentioned before, I really don't know about this game at all, including the location of dolls. I don't know why I'd be in the bathroom, but figured we'd be thorough.
Let's search the wards on the first floor. There's a plan on the wall which shows where the various wards are located.
Oh, thank you. There's a plan on the... Ooh, hello. Alright. So we're here. Oop, zoom in a little bit. And we're looking for the wards. Tranquil observation. 7, 8. Factory. Observation. Let's see. Is observation available?
This could be a cozy place.
That's an odd thought.
No, she's freezing. She's alone. Let's look for her.
All right. I promise I'm trying to find her. Nope. Oh, nope. Right. So we're gonna check. I think what she meant was we're gonna look into the wards first as we explore this place, but before that, my goodness, we're going to look for Charlotte. Oh my. It's very cool. don't seem to have any sort of a flashlight battery, which I actually kind of appreciate. If there's not going to be any survival horror aspects, which there may not be. Again, I don't I don't know much about this game. Then there's really no need for a battery on the flashlight, except maybe enhance realism. But even then, it just becomes kind of a nuisance. Flashlight batteries are usually they last relatively long, so my goodness. Alright, I've tortured you all enough with this. I will cut back once I've located the doll. Alright, well, here she is, I believe. I just had to go upstairs. There's an elevator that actually works, and a staircase that I was looking at, and lo and behold, here she is.
Mummy took good care of Charlotte. She tucked her in, hugged her, gave her cuddles and kisses. She was very affectionate and loving. Nothing bad happened to Charlotte, and I was amazed. I did not understand. At first I was quite afraid. I feared that she wanted to hurt me. I was constantly expecting the moment when Mum would abandon her. Because I did not deserve to live. I did not deserve to be loved.
Very interesting.
It's cold. It's dark. Now she's cold. She'll get ill. We can take care of her. It's not forbidden. Charlotte is a good girl.
Alright, looks like we've got our doll. I really like that art style we just saw, by the way. That was super cool. Kind of a... it's like a pencil style. Can you touch that? No, just a handle. Oh, wow. Old medical journals. Very creepy. Yeah, this doll is coming with us. So we're gonna help her to recover, I believe, from doll sickness or whatever she has. I do like the reiteration of it is forbidden, it is not forbidden, or, you know, the references to verboten.
He doesn't want to. Not Charlotte.
Just because, you know, anyone who would have lived in these old places would have been given a set of rules to live by.
Those lamps might make the room warmer. But Charlotte's uncomfortable. She doesn't feel well.
Anyway, you know, so it wouldn't be odd for them to kind of focus on words that are used frequently, especially if they're in a confused state, you know, and they'll start using them themselves. Yeah, of course, each psychological illness, mental illness, is different. Well, anyone who's confused would certainly latch on to certain words that are used frequently, and especially if they're learning a new set of rules, you know, that they think are important, or back in those days there were punishments, harsh ones. Oh my. That was interesting. This might be a puzzle. I can't use the flashlight while I'm holding the doll.
This is not a good place for Charlotte. She'll be cold here.
So she said the lights would be warm, but she's uncomfortable. Maybe there's another warm place. I'm gonna go back downstairs and see if I can find someplace there. Let's see, is there a run function? No, we're gonna kind of keep this pace. That's fine. I mean, with these tighter spaces, you don't really need a run button. It can actually take away from the experience. You know, anyone who plays other more fast-paced or high-energy games usually just kind of is addicted to a certain level of speed. and it can carry over to these types of games too. It's what happens to me quite frequently in the bathroom. You know, I gotta go fast, right?
I saw a wheelchair on the ground
Oh, yeah.
floor. It's a
Alright.
convenient place, and we can get Charlotte into a warm place.
It is convenient and warm.
This is a comfortable place for Charlotte. But it's cold. No, no. It's cold.
Okay.
Don't
cool.
shiver, Charlotte. The cold will go away.
Oh my. Are we gonna... Oh, yep, we're taking her somewhere else. Okay, so I think I'm quite certain I know where we need to go, based on what we learned earlier. Let's see if I can get her into... Oh, yeah. Oh. I see, okay. Let's take this back. Sorry, my dear. Just be one moment. Oh, yep, come on now. There we go. Alright. And into the elevator you go. Let's see if I can... Oh, yeah. Yes, we're all done. Alright. And up. That's really neat. And like I was saying, I'm certain, it appears at least so far, and obviously we're very early, that the team did their research in terms of, you know, how things were back then, and you know, into the psychology of individuals who had to go through this. I mean, really, asylums back then were just, I mean, when they call them a madhouse, it really was an accurate phrasing. I should probably just stop going backwards. Because it was just a house for the mad. You know, they were certainly attempts at treatment, but we knew so little back then that ended up just being a place where people can just do experiments and kind of have free reign over the human mind and the brain.
The cold goes away, you see? The light. Warmth. We can do it. The cold goes away. It's not forbidden.
There it is again.
Now we can go to that ward where everything started.
Alright, Charlotte. You be a good girl. And I imagine we're going to be going down to the tranquil, or the calm women's ward. But we will do so next time. Thanks, guys, for joining me again. I know it's not what you've come to expect from... if you have come to expect anything from Superhulk, but I appreciate gaming in all of its forms. And I also happen to be a big psych nerd, so here we are. Yeah, I should turn that off for next time. Anyway, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. See ya next time.